Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a very important hearing. I appreciate you holding this. And also, I want to thank the ranking member, and thanks for the testimony as well from the panel. As we kick off hurricane season this month, I'm reminded of the all too familiar situation for residents in my state of Florida. The electric is out, the internet is down, the cell phone coverage is shoddy at best. And if people heard my PSAs over the years, they would know to have an emergency handheld radio at the ready. But if not, they head to their cars to reestablish a connection to their community, hear about the devastation of the storm, and heed any direction from emergency services, service authorities. So my first question is to the Lieutenant Colonel. What benefits do AM signals have over FM signals during and in the aftermath of a natural disaster such as a hurricane?
AM signals in and of themselves have much broader reach, as mentioned before in prior testimony here today, that they can reach greater distances than the FM signals can. So we can penetrate some of those more rural areas, but also, as mentioned, the ability to also penetrate, buildings within some of those urban centers makes it certainly a little bit more amenable to those types of messaging.
Very good, thank you. In 2016 legislation I authored to modernize the FEMA's iPod system became law. That legislation improved the effectiveness of the texting system for future emergency situations and implemented training requirements for state officials. It also relied heavily on the emergency alarm system and AM radio signals to work quickly and effectively. So again, Lieutenant Colonel, in your professional capacity, do you foresee potential delays to emergency information getting to citizens as a result of lesser access to AM radios? And is it possible to replicate our EAS system without the use of AM signals? And this is so very important, as you know. I mean, we could lose lives without the AM radio. So please, if you could respond to that, I appreciate it very much.
Thank you, Congressman. Yes, so I would agree that to lose the access to AM radio signals certainly would impede the messaging getting out. Whether it is a cellular network collapse, a power outage that impacts the cellular infrastructure, the potential is that those messages in text form would be cached and not delivered directly to the people that might need them. Certainly, we need all platforms available to our residents because some people are more comfortable listening to AM radio stations to obtain their information. And we want to have all messaging platforms available. So any delays in getting that message out in that critical moment certainly could be a matter of life and death as a part of the emergency alert system.
Absolutely. And then getting into the entertainment aspect, people are used to, particularly in the rural areas, and I represent rural areas, not all of my district, but quite a bit, 2 counties, and the people are used to listening to AM radio. That's where they get their news. And I tell you what, if we don't save AM radio, Mr. Chairman, I tell you what, it would be very devastating for a lot of people, particularly our seniors. And I'll add that I love to listen to AM radio, listen to baseball games. Radio is, actually baseball is a radio sport if you can't go to the game. So that's from a selfish point of view. But in any case, this is a serious issue, and I really appreciate you having this hearing. I'll yield back the balance of my time.
Thank you. The gentleman yields back, but I think your team's doing better than it did last year.
My team is doing pretty well. 2 first-place teams, the Rays and the Pirates.
Well, there we go.